So I saw Dune last night, all 2.5 hours of it, so let's do a review. This is an absolutely gorgeous film, directed by Denis Villeneuve, well known for doing that Amy Adams movie, Arrival, Blade Runner 2024, both awesome films. Now this is a remake of Dune, done first and horribly in 1984 by David Lynch. This movie is what the doctor ordered for this time in cinema, where everything is pulpy, Marvel-style action, cut into 2-hour packages of knee-slapping humor and really predictable action sequences. Like, it's good for that. Dune is unique, totally in a world of its own. If you're not familiar with Dune, it's legendary. Like, the book from 1965 is an incredibly sprawling and deep fantasy, weaving in themes of corporatism and holy war and colonialism, and it has a really, really rich subplot about the natural differences between men and women and how this one hero named Paul sort of bridges the gap in a way and can rise to be the perfect leader of his people, House Atreides, in their darkest hour. Star Wars, Game of Thrones, they're just two of the powerhouse stories that borrowed heavily from Dune, a story that really has languished like in Reddit subculture while all the other franchises have taken over the world using their ideas, the ideas of Frank Herbert that he put into Dune. So in comes Dune 2021 to retake its throne, except it kind of doesn't. Like I said, it's a beautiful movie. It impresses you with every single frame and every musical cue, but it's hard to capture just how much is left on the table that could have given the movie some meaning. If you like Dune, this is a SparkNotes overview of 75% of the first book. The whole story is basically captured in bullet points. House Atreides gets tasked by the Emperor to colonize a new world and mine it for resources. Another dynasty is angry about this. Paul has bad dreams and his mom is a witch, and now they're being invaded by the Harkonnens, and then Paul goes to live in the desert. It felt like if you ask a 6th grader to summarize a book they read and they just rattle off the things that happen in the book rather than telling you what it meant and why you should also read it, which the latter makes for a very, very bad and non-compelling book report. It goes without saying, anytime a book is adapted for film, things get cut, and people who read the book scream and cry about it, like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter fans come to mind. You all had to endure that for the past couple of decades. And you can't ask them what they thought about the movie without, well, the books were so much better, but I guess it was okay. It drives me crazy personally. But here I kind of felt this same impulse because I just finished reading the book about a month ago. Like one subplot, and this isn't a spoiler, like one subplot involves the hero's family having a traitor in their midst. The movie jumps straight to the betrayal without any tension or build-up offered by the book. So when you read it, the betrayal stings, like it really hurts you that this happens. You get mad about it, and in the movie, you feel nothing. There's no tension or indication that you should have thought the traitor to be loyal to Duke Leto in the first place. The movie is riddled with this same kind of problem throughout. Ultimately, Dune deserves the accolades that it's getting. It's a cinema masterpiece, and it's very, very impressive work, but they really did forget to offer entertainment and emotional investment in what happens in all of these beautiful frames of the film. On the politics side, Dune is one of the most intricate political fantasies of the last century. I really expected some social commentary. Like, I was sure they were going to make some ham-handed point about Paul Atreides having no gender or something crazy because he's described in the book as the figure who transcends it, as the Kwisatz Haderach, of the Bene Gesserit clan, the first male of the Bene Gesserit clan who's going to ascend to this role. But they didn't do that. And that's kind of good, honestly. Maybe I'm addicted to social commentary. I love when movies say something, and then I get to agree or disagree with it in videos like this about the point that they made, because I like to debate. Dune just says no to all of that and takes you to this new world and drops you in the desert and doesn't make you feel guilty about ignoring the real world for 3 hours. It's possible that that is what makes this movie special, actually, and worth seeing because it really is just pure escapism. It's just fantasy and really nothing else. So 3 out of 5 stars. It's worth seeing, but I won't see it again in theaters. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments. Like and subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this. And you can tweet at me at Steven_Kent89. Tell me what you thought about it. And remember, fear is the mind killer.